Bibs the Warmheart falls to the ground lifeless in front of you all. A cheer goes up from the Goliaths and humans who have accompanied you for this fight. Miraculously, there has been no loss of life and no casualty in terms of limb or other existence. As the head rolls to one side, dragon's blood spilling out onto this snow. It's poetic in a way that dragons are so warm-blooded, even those that are white dragons that exist and emanate the cold itself. The snow, the blood pouring across the snow melts it, and you can see green grass below. It's almost a metaphor for how the death of this evil creature will beget life in the spring. Around you all, it even feels like it begins to get slightly warmer as the magical essence of the white dragon disperses into the Magisphere. His control over the weather and his surroundings and his existing in this space begins to fade. Within moments, you hear the drip, drip, drip of icicles across the cave mouth, beginning to melt slightly. You all have survived. Amazingly. Ilikhal, you've avenged the lost members of your clan and the loss of limb of your mother. Pilot, you have now faced death pretty closely right in front of you, just right on top. Alfonz, you have now seen up close and personal the terror that is the wild of this new world which you have come into. And Zhixil, you've seen this competence of this party which you have joined at the request of your good friend Corin. Not only are they absolutely a ragtag bunch of adventurers who don't seem like they should be together, but they are, in fact, competent. They are, in fact, heroes. The group of Goliaths and humans come down and surround you all and surround the dragon. And there's pats on the back and congratulations and all of it. Chief Maddock and Captain Thaden share a handshake that is real broy would be a good way to describe it. And Chief Maddox says, Captain, we will never forget this, which you have done for us. And Theoden responds, if not for my prince, I would not have come. But I trust that he will be a good king one day. And we will always be good neighbors. Maddox comes up to you, Ilikhal, and without like asking, embraces the heck out of you. Big, he's still like he's getting aged, but he's just like a smidge bigger than you still, and he like possibly because body fat. And you feel his arms encircle you and embrace a little bit, like, oh hey, thanks uncle, kind of thing. This Ilikhal, thank you so much for this. You have given back our land to our people.
I am happy to help however I can.
And he approaches each and every member of the party and embraces each of you in turn. Alfonz, big embrace from the chief. And he says, he hugs you, he says, Un Brustar, little brother. And he embraces you, Zhixil. Same thing, Un Brustar, little brother. And you as well, pilot. Un Brustar, little brother. And you're all safe. And for a moment, you feel truly like heroes. When faced with immeasurable odds, this terror, you all stood your ground and conquered the beast. As you stand on the battlefield of victory, what do you all want to do?
I want to take like its horns if I can.
Absolutely. Make a survival check.
I wasn't ready for this.
You could fashion them into armor or some kind of weapon. That'd be so cool.
17.
17. You attempt to, so the head is separate. You're like pulling on it, and they're definitely attached to the skull. And still just coming down out of your rage, you and just snap both horns straight off of the skull. You now have two. They're they curl back slightly. They're almost like mountain goat horns in a way. They're big, but they do like slightly like curl back. Like good for like ramming. Not good. It's not for piercing. It's for like ramming. It would deal like a like if you got headbutted by these horns, they would not like cut you. They would definitely dent your
Bludgeoning.
armor. Yeah.
Okay.
They're each probably about 1.5 feet square ish each. They each weigh like 10 pounds. They're hefty. I mean, it's solid bone. Captain Thaden comes up and he looks at you and says, I promised my prince a fang. May I? It is.
Of course. Take what you may.
It takes him a minute. He's a guard. He's a soldier. He's not a tracker or huntsman. So like, and he makes kind of a right mess of it, honestly, trying to remove like this 6-7 inch dragon fang, like one of these major canines. He does eventually do so, but it takes him a hot minute.
Nope.
Lost burn.
Zhixil faints right in front of you all.
Could I
The
draw
adrenaline of
stuff
battle.
on Zhixil's face? I take some of the dragon's blood and smear it on Zhixil's face.
Oh. Hello.
Hello.
Don't know what happened there. I'm sorry.
Problem.
You're
All
good.
good.
Pilot reaches down and dips a finger in the dragon's blood and just kind of wipes it across your forehead. Very weird.
Also, he has fur.
His
Yeah.
fur. Yeah.
Simba.
Very, very Simba-esque.
Simba.
I too would like some. Like I want to collect a couple vials of the blood as well as a fang, if that's possible.
Yeah, make a survival check for the fang. You can just blood easy. There's a lot of it.
13.
It takes you less time than it took the captain. You a little more versed in arcane beasts, or like the dentistry is a little simpler in your mind. So you were able to remove one white dragon fang.
All right.
I want to
It
loot
is
the
the
dragon.
like lower. You want to loot the dragon?
I don't know,
So-
or loot the cave.
The dragon is not wearing clothing nor nor carrying a bag of any sort.
How
Let-
many
yeah.
vials of blood did I get?
We'll
Is there a
say
lot of blood?
if vials,
Yeah.
how many you have? How many you want?
I can take 2. That's okay.
All right, there you go. You can If they're like vials,
Yeah, little
Not-
tiny thingies. Yeah. Not
like
like jugs or anything.
bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Like
carrying
easily
a jug of dragon blood.
a couple of these.
Yeah, I want to loot the cave.
Yeah, loot the cave.
All right. Nobody else wants to mess with the dragon for the moment.
Is there anything? Do you guys
The
know
dragon-
anything? Is there anything useful about the dragon?
Blood,
an Arcana
probably
check.
claws, maybe.
Laws?
Maybe the leather of a
Or
dragon.
a survival check.
How does
Oh yeah,
one-
scales probably. Just
Ooh.
roll
How does
survival.
one strip scales off of a dragon?
You
Like
just
a
chip
fish.
'em off.
With a
Wedge 'em up.
pickaxe?
Actually, with a blade.
It would be difficult. Also, he is in like being up and close and not in combat, just like passively looking at him. This isn't like an ancient dragon. It's not even like he's not even really like an adult.
Yeah,
He's
it's
like a
young one.
Hmm.
young white dragon. So as far as the advantages of Dragonhide go, he didn't quite get to the like awesomeness
Mhm.
stage. I mean, it's still like really solid leather. Almost certainly the Goliaths are going to attempt to
Harvest them.
remove everything, harvest
Mm.
everything possible from this.
Dragon meat.
Yummy.
Okay.
Mm.
I can.
I'm fine with what I have.
Yeah, I think I'm good. I couldn't resist, so I googled harvestable parts. The eyes can let you see things that are invisible, but I don't wanna mess with
Young
that.
adult dragons, youngs do not have true sight.
oh, okay. It's all right. I think I'm good.
So-
I wanted the vials. I'm sure we could go back to that potion shop
Mhm.
and sell some
Sell
of this stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Loot cave.
Loot the
Cave.
cave. All right. As you approach the mouth of the cave, like you start to like get to the front, you're immediately hit by like the stench of like rotting meat. Not even like rotting, like cold meat, like a butcher's counter meat, like
Mhm.
that, like
Still
cold
not a nice smell.
Mm.
steak.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not like fresh either. So it's still like it's not rotting, but it's not pleasant. It's definitely like walking into like a butcher's shop, like actively. There's a slight downward slope of a tunnel that appears to be the mouth of the cave looked fairly natural. And then the entrance to the cave, it appears like it's been cleared, slightly like dug around the edges. Like there's definitely a smoothing. He definitely did like a little bit of remodeling when he took over this cave. As you walk down this slight decline, you enter into a fairly cavernous room, probably about 30-40 feet from the entrance. It reminds you, Ilikhal and Pilot, slightly of a badger's nest or some other underground dwelling. Yeah, I would say like a badger's nest. It's this cavernous creation that appears like there's definitely like natural formation, but there's other like bits and things that have been like dug out and rearranged. And ice everywhere. It's like if you took a badger's nest that just froze everything. Like if you decorated decorated the inside of a cave by like spraying it down in water and turning down the AC to -10. And it's cold in here. It is very cold. You have to be very careful as you walk, as it's incredibly slippery. The stalactites on the ceiling and the stalagmites are covered in ice. Some of them are only ice.
I think Zhixil would like to cast dancing lights just to lighten
Yep.
up the room.
As you cast dancing lights, the ice picks it up in every direction. And it's instead of 4 candles, it's like 30 all over the place. And it's cast and the light does odd things. Like it magnifies in some directions and focuses in others. You see prismatic effects on the wall, like slightly rainbowed. You see your own reflection in a few of these.
I'll also cast lights on the tip of my staff as usual, just for the extra light.
Cast
I don't want to miss anything in
yourself.
this
It is
cave. Just loot the
incredibly
hell out
bright.
of it.
As you walk a little further into the cave, Alfonz, immediately on your left, as you're kind of walking through these, it's interesting. It's almost like they're corridors of ice in a way, almost like slightly like a hall of mirrors, but it seems like it's more like it's not as they're definite paths and it's definite what's ice and stuff, but there are some like legitimate rock features. As you walk immediately on your left, Alfonz, kind of suddenly as like you pass a rock formation, like a large stalagmite, there's an enormous figure looming up, about to strike you. And you jump and you realize that completely frozen in a block of ice is an enormous frost spider.
Oh, jeez.
Just like reared up to strike. You can see its fangs. And its front legs, its 2 front legs are like in a striking position. It's absolutely completely frozen. You can see like the underside of its entire belly. It's completely white. It's probably 5 times larger than any of the frost spiders you fought outside of the Royal Crossroads.
I
Oh,
let out an
man.
audible like, oh, and then on closer inspection, I like take the tip of my quarterstaff and just kind of like tap on it.
It's
And
frozen solid.
Damn.
Probably dead in there.
yeah.
You don't know
Yeah,
how long it's been here, but it's probably
presumably.
not breathed, taking a breath in a little bit at least. But upon looking at it, this might be a frost spider queen. Like
Mm.
this thing is big, or like a mother. Like this thing is big. Like the regular frost spider is probably the size of like dogs. This is like the size of like a horse and a half.
It's like the thing in Bleak Falls Barrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
You start to find other evidence of this around you. There's a completely frozen direwolf. There's a few half-eaten creatures just iced over like hoarfrost.
Is there anything like noticeably harvestable about the queen frost spider thingy?
I was thinking the same. If we
Yeah,
could get it out.
like an exposed stinger or something,
It is
like a block of ice, or
it's like a block of
Okay.
ice. Like it's probably like the claw or the front leg is probably 5 inches deep in a block in the ice, and the rest of the creature is like an enormous ice cube.
Okay.
You could melt it. It would take a minute.
The hair dryer method.
Yeah.
Get our
Flamethrower method.
prestidigitations going and
Yeah.
start lighting fires.
I have a torch. Breath of the Wild vibes.
Just trying. You recognize a couple of these dire wolves looks like the ones that attacked you a couple weeks
Oh.
ago.
Flew it back
Just
over
like-
here. Interesting.
He probably picked him up and brought him home for dinner kind of thing.
It's kept it in the refrigerator. It's for later.
Yeah.
Ziploc baggie.
As you approach a little further deeper into the cave, you realize a nest-like formation or bed-like
Ooh.
formation. A definitely used. I guess is like you found the bedroom, and it kind of slopes upward. It's mostly ice. It's like rock. It's like if you made an ice sculpture by like making all the things that like a dragon might want to make a nest out of, and then filled it with water and froze it. So in looking at it, you can even see as like you guys like start to like step up onto it and like start to ascend slightly. It's probably, I mean, it's not like an ascension. It's probably 3 feet tall at the center above the base of the ground. But Alfonz, your light starts to glint off of little shiny things in the ice, and you hold your staff down, and you notice just below the layer of ice are coins
Ooh.
and metals and jewels and
Mm.
gems.
Hey, we're gonna melt that bad boy.
Yeah. I want the shinies.
And all around along the back of the cave, behind this, as you all can see, are frozen. The way I would describe it is like imagine like the Bat Cave with all of the Batman suits, except imagine Batman was still in all of those suits.
Oh.
Okay.
There's an adventurer who looks like a bit of a wizard. He's a red dragonborn, and he's wearing a like a kind of like a wizard's robe and like a very fancy hat. And there's an
New
adventurer
hat.
who looks like a nice like a strong fighter, and he's in like an attack motion.
We might have to live in this cave for a few days to thaw
Yeah.
everything.
I've
They're
got a lot
all
of fire-based
it,
things.
they actually look like they're in a like like literally like the Batcave. Like it's like an ice cylinder. It looks like the inside is like them just completely frozen solid, but it's not like a complete, like it looks like you could potentially just break into this.
Hopefully that means they're
Like
not
it's
too
like
stinky.
ice as glass, not as ice as like a solid thing. They're definitely dead. Like there's no like worrying like you have to like thaw them out. They're definitely displayed too. That's
Oof.
the other.
Hmm.
This is his trophy case. Is
I just
what you get in a vibe.
I had a weird thought.
Mm.
I wonder if, like, since they're frozen. Wait, no, I can't. Take it back. Whatever. I was gonna see
What?
if I could have casted detect thoughts to see if they're still like
Oh,
slightly
Alive?
conscious. If they still had some thoughts, but I used all my spell slots in the fight, so can't. Wait, no, I could. I could use my I could use some
You
sorcery
could
points.
if you want to.
Maybe I might try that just for
yeah, do it. RP.
just for the hell of it. So hold on, let me see. How many sorcery points do I need to use?
Like now is a good time to show Noah my idea of endgame Alfonz and just be like, does the robe look like this?
All right, I roll for it.
Need to use 3 sorcery points, so I will use that.
They're gonna be stone cold dead.
Hey, worth a shot, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna use 3 sorcery points. Got 1 spell slot back, so I'm gonna use detect thoughts on. Can I use it on all of them, or do I need to focus it on?
You have to, I think, detect thoughts is read it to me.
So detect thoughts. For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures when you cast a spell. And as your action on each turn until a spell ends, you can focus your mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, or doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected.
You can detect thoughts on each of them 1 turn apiece.
Okay.
In attempting to, you start with the dragonborn, the red dragonborn in Wizard's Robes. Nothing. Move on to the fighter. The fighter he's dressed in a very nice half plate. It is not steel. It is not iron. It is something else, but it is very well put together. It looks immaculate, honestly. That's the best way to describe it. Like even if this fighter had been wearing it for a period of time, it looks as if this armor has never been scratched or dented or anything. It's very fanciful. It is very strong looking.
Hmm.
And he's wielding a battle axe in one hand. He's actually a larger human with a big battle axe, and he's looking like he's about to strike, but has been frozen in that pose.
He's looking at you, Theo.
Yeah. How
Um,
convenient.
Beside him is a female who is dressed.
Wait, does he detect thoughts?
He does not detect thoughts on the fighter, unfortunately. There is a female who has a few like just like nasty scars, and really like looks incredibly lithe and dexterous, wearing kind of piecemealed leather armor, like that none of the pieces match, and a rapier that is far more wealthy looking and nice than the rest of the outfit deserves. Like somebody who like lives in a mobile home and drives like a Ferrari. Like it is the rapier itself really stands out in comparison to the rest of her outfit. As you detect thoughts on her, nothing. She has this like the you can her eyes are still open. It's really like a little discerning. She has this look of just fierce determination, and she has long black hair, and it's actually kind of like started to like, and like behind her it looks as almost as if like the wind were blowing, and like her hair had like gotten caught in the wind behind her, but it is completely solid. And last is a race you don't often see. It is a male individual wearing full plate armor and holding a trident, and this individual is a trident.
Hmm.
He has blue hair, cut short and spiky all across the top. Um, he has a goatee, a blue goatee, and he is in this like grimace of like standing determination, looking like he's ready to attack with this trident.
They're called Tritons, right?
They're called tritons. Yes, that's right. I called him a trident. That's dumb. He is a trident. Just it's Gungeon now. He is
Yeah.
he is a trident. He lives with the fishes. Yeah, triton. He is a triton.
Cool.
I love this for us.
Yeah, how very convenient.
As you look around, in addition, like you're kind of picking out like what was originally natural cavern and what wasn't. There are a few chests. There are a few barrels. There appear to be like you actually see a couple beds, and you get the idea that this potentially was once like a smuggler's den. You are Ilikhal, you are aware of where your position is in the mountains, and you know if you knew the passage to cross the storm range, this would be like a day away from West Fork. West Fork. It would be if you were making the pass, this would be a appropriate resting place after a day of travel. You've usually like I do not actively stayed here. You know, like Raven's Rock is about a day, and this was like 3 or 4 hours away. So if some humans were potentially smuggling things across this mountain range, yeah, I get you know, yeah, this could be somewhere. Hmm. Among the more mundane things you find, that there are a few chests, this bed. There is the like frozen corpse of just like what might be a thief or a rogue or something. He doesn't look he doesn't seem as much, he's not a trophy. He's just a corpse.
No Goliaths?
No Goliaths. It appears like potentially the things that make the display case are collectible in and of themselves in a very like morbid way.
The only one of us who would have made the display case would have been Pilot.
Pilot definitely would have made the display case. Well, there aren't any yeah, they're all dressed like fancy. That's the thing. Like
I can probably just like take my great sword and break him out. You said, like,
yeah,
take the
it
swing?
appears like they're in it's almost like ice bell jars actually would be like a awkward way to say like just cover them like if you were just playing miniatures.
While Ilikhal's hacking away, Zhixil will use his wand of secrets to see if there's anything else around here.
Yes. The wand immediately by the bed and the dead human. Maybe he was human. He was humanoid. He's very dead and very not identifiable. Just behind the bed. The bed is kind of put in like it's like a corner, or maybe was like it's difficult to describe, but it is kind of a corner-esque. The one points at the head of the bed, just above like the bedpost. You go and investigate it.
Yep.
You note that the rock of the wall in that space, like in looking into it and being pointed out to it, it looks like you could like give it like a press and a turn.
Oh, hiding spot
Oh,
for
hiding
something.
spot.
Hopefully. And not a trap.
And not a trap, yeah. I'd hope my wand isn't leading me to a
Yeah.
trap. Can I investigate it? See if it might be
Yeah, make an investigation check.
sure. That is a 16.
In investigating it and the area around it, you don't see any way that like something could be sprung or dropped on your head or shot out of the wall or set on fire. So you're not confident. You're not perfectly confident it's not a trap, but it doesn't feel like a trap. Or if it is, like the way everything's been cleared out, like the ceiling is much too high right now. Like he's like made like the ceiling a little bit bigger. This is like a little bit off to the side. But yeah, it doesn't appear to be a trap.
I think he just goes for it then.
It's probably slightly bigger than hand sized. Is that picking up? Am I making the noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear it, yeah.
Tunk. And it feels like it latches into place. And as you like pull your hand away, it actually falls off of the wall. And there's a circular hole and then a leather case. Ooh. Probably it's bigger than this. It's probably that big.
It's Spell scrolls. Spell scrolls. Spell scrolls. Come on. Come on. Come on. For you.
Let's see what it
Dude.
is.
You pull it out. Leather case. You pull it out, and it is long. Ooh. It's like 4 feet at least. Somewhere between 4.5 feet.
Could be a blade, could be a staff,
Maybe a map.
maybe a map.
It has
Ink
it does
map.
have like a leather carrying bit,
Definitely
Strap.
hands. Yeah.
and it screws on.
Mhm.
On the end you pulled out is the screw end.
Let's see what's inside.
Ew.
A poster of Alfonz.
Available now on preparedroll.com.
Oh my gosh.
Life size. Body pillows coming soon.
Okay.
Take it off. There is a rolled up something in there. You're gonna.
Yep.
You remove this. Whatever's rolled up, you remove it. It is about. It's probably just under the size of the case, and it's rolled multiple times. You set it. I don't know. You could set it down on the bed and unroll it. You could like hold it up over your head. Like
What's the
this, and it
material?
might touch the ground. It is.
That's an invisibility cloak. I've read about those.
It is canvas. Yeah, canvas is you can roll up canvas, right? Like if
Yeah, if it's
detached
not
from the wood.
stretched.
Yeah. It is canvas. How do you choose to unroll? Do you like
Yeah, I think
like a bed? Like when
Yeah,
you're
no,
like
I-
stretching out your sheets?
I think he'll take it over to like an appropriate, like a nice smooth spot on the ground and just kind of roll it out.
All right, as you roll it out, it is probably 6-7 feet, maybe almost 8 long. And
Okay.
you unroll it,
Damn.
and as you unroll it, you realize it's a piece of art immediately. Like as you start to unroll, like it is painted, and as you unroll it, you're starting from the bottom of the piece up, and you can see a few like intricate pieces painted. And you unroll, you get to a shoe, and then a foot, and then a leg, couple legs, 2 legs,
It's
and a
Alfonz.
dress, and it completely unrolls, and it is a stunning portrait of a woman with piercing blue eyes and dark black raven hair. It is she's absolutely gorgeous. She's young, she's vibrant, she's beaming, smiling, and she's wearing colors of blue and silver. And across her brow sits a crown. It's more like it's not a crown, it's more like a circlet or a tiara, or it's not heavy.
It's probably
It's a
Eliza.
simple decoration. And you have all seen this woman in paintings before at the palace. It is a portrait of Queen Eliza.
Makes sense. Smuggler's Den.
Why it's here, where it came from, who knows? But it is
Sure,
it
the
is
king would
very
be happy to
expensive
see it.
looking.
Or
Yeah.
mad.
Mad.
It
'cause
looks
he
like
is still mourning her.
in like examining it, it's worth at least like 300 gold pieces.
Woo!
Damn.
Sell to the
Some
king for a cool
decisions to make.
6.
Meanwhile,
What's
Ilikhal is
for?
just smashing ice open with his great sword.
Okay, you smash through. It is make a strength check.
Okay.
Big. It's big.
10.
That is exactly what you needed.
I could roll a 10. That gives me hope.
smash into it. The glass shatters. All 4 shatter. And the 4 figures are, I mean, they're right there. They're all like frozen in place. It's kind of like a wax museum in a way. Like it's weird.
Mhm.
Like you feel weird because like they're posed, but like also like they're frozen, but it's not like they're frozen in ice. They're frozen just beyond like being like frozen just enough to be solid kind of thing.
It's cold. They're dead.
We
Yeah.
don't need them. We might.
I just wonder who they are.
Mm,
Seems like an interesting group.
yeah.
But they
A
could have been all
Triton.
been individually brought in, I suppose.
Mm.
Are they like iced to the wall?
No, they're like they're like positioned and then like flash frozen in place such that they maintain that pose. So they're all just kind of there. Like even to the extent like you could like remove their equipment from them without like it would like a little bit, but it's like when your like driver's like window freezes over and you kind of see out of it, you roll your window all the way down and then you can punch through it.
We're just gonna
It's like
leave
that
these
level of frozen.
posed naked dead bodies in this cave, and the next person that walks in, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
What kind of dragon is this?
I mean, we could like
Bear?
burn them. Do like a pyre.
I
Yeah.
turn to the group and go, I want to bury them.
Be done.
Burying them is not something that really happens in the mountains. However, we could make a pyre.
The ground is very rocky outside.
It's very frozen.
It is very
Okay.
frozen.
So anyway, I take the rapier.
Okay. You
I want to respect the dead. I'm taking their stuff.
she's not using it anymore. Pulled off. It's got a little bit of heft to it. It is very, very fancifully decorated
Mhm.
around the hilt. It appears to be gold filigree with a like tree motif. Like the trunk of the tree is down near the bottom, and then it like branches out into the rest of like the hand guard in gold. You pull it from its sheath a little bit. It is immaculate.
Chef's
Uh,
kiss.
It
Could I give it
you
a
don't know how
couple
long it's been
swings?
here. You don't know how long it's frozen. It looks sharp.
Could I give it a couple swings?
Give it a couple
Look
swings.
down to see if
It
it's
is
straight.
perfectly balanced. You swing and you thrust and you dodge back, and in like just holding it and using it, you feel like you'd be better at attacking with this rapier than you would with yours,
You got advantage.
and it might do more
Probably the
damage than
+1.
yours. It is a
What kind of-
+1 rapier.
Nice. Just have an inkling.
And I did roll. I did roll for it. I had the weapon staple up and I rolled, and I rolled 12. 12 is rapier down the list.
Nice. I'll take a look at the half plate or whatever.
Yep.
And the conveniently big fighter.
As you like kind of brush the ice away,
Could be
It's-
related. Maybe half Goliath.
it's not steel. It's some other metal. You're not a miner, you're not a metallurgist. It is half plate. But it's
Does it look
It's
like any
fancy.
armor we've seen before?
you have not seen anyone wearing this type of armor.
Has Alfonz seen this armor before?
Alfonz, make an intelligence check.
Gladly.
Half plate would give me a lower AC than I have right now.
That's a 19.
19.
Mhm.
What's your AC right now?
16. Half plate is just 15.
Isn't it 15 plus your dex?
Doesn't say that. It might be.
What did you say? 19?
Yep.
Alfonz, do you remember
I love this so much.
some noblemen and royalty from back home would occasionally hire guards and pay them extravagantly and outfit them in this incredible metal called adamantine.
Ooh.
And you remember the glint off of that armor, and you recognize this to be adamantine armor. It is this
It is.
adamantine half plate. It's 15 plus your dex modifier max
Yeah.
2, but you have disadvantage on stealth checks.
I
You're
already
not
knew.
stealthy anyway.
You also know that adamantine armor, while you're wearing it, a critical hit against you becomes a normal hit.
Whoa.
Wow.
Ooh.
Put that shit on.
Can I just say, my friend, that will treat you well.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
We're gonna roll
Oh,
back into town
ready
looking like
go.
heroes now.
Oh yeah. Damn, nice. Cool. Alfonz, you want to check out the robes or
Yeah.
the hat?
Yeah, I want to check it all out. The wand that he's holding, the hat, the robes.
The wand just
Jewelry.
appears to be a wand.
Ooh.
It is a spellcasting focus. It appears to be made of ebony. It is a black wand.
I'll take it anyway, even if it's not
Black ebony
anything
wand.
special.
The robes are just kind of like really nice robes. Perhaps Dragonborn who had made significant like fanciful lifestyle. They're similar to yours,
Okay.
in a way.
Color?
He's a red Dragonborn. They're a deep earthy green. He looks kind of like Christmassy.
Yeah, I was gonna say Christmas Dragonborn.
green.
I don't want to like strip the dude and then just to sell the clothes. I'm sure they're. Are they like inlaid with like any gold or anything neat?
No, it's nice. They're nice robes.
Okay.
They're no more valuable than your nice robes. But the hat appears slightly nicer. It is like a wizard's hat in a way, but even as you're looking at it, it appears kind of one color from one side and kind of like a different color from another side. And like even as like you as you walk around the dragonborn, like you can't like it's almost like you can't focus on like what the hat looks like. Like it seems like really long at one point, but it's not. But like you're like, yeah, it's definitely a wizard's hat. And you're like, but it's not exactly a wizard's hat. It kind of looks like this type of hat. And it just like it doesn't. I don't know. It seems like you perceive it oddly.
Okay. I'll grab it. Sounds
You take the
cool.
hat. It's a cool hat. It is a cool hat, definitely.
Can I examine it?
Yeah, you would have to sit with it over
Okay.
a short rest
Mhm.
to figure out what it does. It does kind of feel magical of nature, though.
Anything else on their person, like a spell book or anything?
They do not have a spell book. So potentially an innate spellcaster. No jewelry.
I got
That
all those
kind of
coins
stuff
in the
is
ground.
Yeah.
There's one more body that's probably suited to Zhixil.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I didn't mean for these things to be perfectly suited for you all. It did happen that way.
Mhm.
And this one, Zhixil might be disappointed, but might not. Who
Oh.
knows?
I don't remember what it is.
Got a 300 gold GP piece of art though. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm curious what to do with that.
There's got to be more in here though.
We checking out the Triton.
Yeah.
Okay, Zhixil, as you approach, you've met like a Triton in your travels, and they're interesting. They're an interesting people. The ones you've met have been kind of standoffish a little, probably because they feel very different than people on land. They are a seafaring people. They can breathe underwater. Like they're They're cool.
I think you might have
Uh,
mentioned that there was one in the Laughing Cat when we all went in.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is. Yep. There is, which is very odd because he's like inland. He's wearing like, did I say plate armor? Full plate? No, the fighter's wearing full plate. He's wearing like a leather armor. It's like tinted green slightly, like a sea foam green. Not like a sea foam. That's like teal. But it's like this green of like water and ocean and stuff. On his back, the thing that kind of stands out is he has a trident, or he has a trident. And you're like, well, that's interesting. You pull the trident, and it feels innately magical. It's a full length trident. It has 3 pieces. It is bronze, and there are a few sea motifness to it. It's got a fish fin kind of coming off of underneath the trident. It has what looks like a nautilus, which is the
The
spinny
shell.
one. There's like a nautilus down by the bottom in bronze. There's the like conch up the base of the trident itself looks like a conch shell. And the 3 trident bits have like wave motif. As you're holding it, you're like, man, this is a cool trident. You would have to sit with it over a short rest to figure out what it does.
Okay, fair enough.
Also, you might not be proficient in it.
No,
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of if Ilikhal would be interested.
I'm proficient in it because it's
Yes.
martial and it's any weapon pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some
Any
curious.
weapon except
Okay, yeah.
guns.
Yeah, any standard D&D weapon.
Is it just like? Is it technically just a reg? Oh no, sorry. You said I'd have to sleep on it or rest with
You
it.
gotta sit with it. Yep.
You gotta
Sit with
sleep
it for
with
a
it.
minute.
That's fair.
Okay. And there are
Thanks, Kay.
With the
other
armor,
things.
yeah.
There's a couple of chests. You guys didn't. You can kick open the chest. You didn't.
Yeah, there's chests and we
Yeah.
want to
You gotta
melt
melt
Yeah.
a little bit of ice. All right.
If you guys
Uh,
with the fire
Mhm.
want to
Yeah.
melt, we can look through chests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get some prestidigitation going.
Oh,
with
I've got
some fires.
Firebolt. We can have it melt.
I got
in a second.
Firebolt
You got it
as
too?
well.
Okay.
that's
yeah.
gonna be
yeah.
a little more effective.
Yeah, then just a little tiny flame.
Just little firebolt.
Come on. Worked for my tea an hour ago.
The 2 of you that are going through the chests, you find in those chests 250 gold pieces,
Ooh.
500 silver pieces,
Damn.
and 500 copper pieces in those chests.
I'll just write all this down for now and we can divide up later
Okay.
once we have
Yeah.
everything.
Okay. Melty boys.
Mhm.
As you melt layer by layer, you reveal more and more and more treasure.
Nice.
Damn.
Like at first you're like, oh yeah, it's just kind of like there's a few coins, but you
It's
melt
like
and then the light
archaeology.
penetrates a little deeper, and you're like, oh, there's more coins, melt more. And you're like, oh, there's more coins, melt more.
Is everyone else waiting outside? Like thinking what the fuck we're doing?
We're just looting.
Probably they're
But no
dealing with the
tents.
dragon corpse.
Yeah, they're probably
Oh,
skinning the
yeah,
dragon.
yeah.
Goliath could probably use some of that dragon meat for something.
Mm.
Mhm.
Over the
Tasty.
course
Stuff.
of
Can we get a dragon steak tonight for dinner? I want a dragon steak.
We
over the
might.
course of 20 minutes, you all find the 2 melty boys in like picking it up and like scraping it together and pushing off to the side. You estimate you find 200 platinum pieces,
Ooh.
1,250 gold pieces,
Are you writing this all down?
1,500
I'm writing it down.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'll leave that with you.
1,500 silver pieces in the base of the dragon's bed. No
Wow.
copper.
Okay.
No co.
Oh, of course. It wouldn't want to sleep on copper. Not shiny enough. Yeah. Go back to that magic shop, shall we?
Oh my god.
So I
Okay,
want some
so-
platinum pieces.
You want the
Everyone-
total?
Everyone,
want the-
I have the total.
Okay, it should be 200 platinum, 1500 gold, 2000 silver,
2000.
500 copper.
So everyone gets 50 platinum. We have 1500 gold pieces. How do we want to divide that?
That divides evenly, doesn't it?
There are 4 of us. Does it? I don't know math.
It does.
I'm
100
gay, I can't
divides
do math.
evenly.
Mr. Accountant.
Oh, sorry,
Um,
sorry. I was
1500 divided into 4 is 375 pieces.
Everyone gets 500 silver.
Mhm.
And we have 500 copper.
Which is 125
Total.
each.
Okay. Nice.
I like it when
Hot
we give you
damn.
time to think about how much money. Well, we can't carry this money.
I mean, you can put it in a bag. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Okay.
heavy. It's heavy
We're
as
gonna have
shit.
to carry it.
Can we just
And
give
we're
it?
just
gonna
Can
put
we
it
give
in
it
a
to
bag.
Pilot right now? Is-
They don't. It won't fit in
No.
the wallet.
Oh God. Okay.
No, it won't fit in the wallet.
But we can walk with this, right? Will you allow it?
You're gonna have a tough time.
Actually-
it's gonna be a long walk into the into town.
I was thinking about giving some of the money to Ilikhal's tribe to help
I'm,
with,
Hmm.
I'm
setting
definitely
them
gonna
back
give them
up.
some of mine. That's what I do.
Because I was thinking about my character. I'm not going to keep this much money on me.
But you're gonna pickpocket the next drunk you see.
Yeah, because I could always pickpocket for money. I'm not going
Mhm.
to carry all
Yeah,
this
that's
money
true.
with me.
You said we were one day from Westfork. We could always pop into the
We
bank
could just
there.
go to
Yeah.
a bank.
That's one day of walking with a regular pack.
We've
I
got
want to
like 15
do.
Goliaths with us. I think we'll
Yeah.
be okay.
This is 840 pounds of coins.
Per
Right among
person?
4 people.
Per person, right?
Yep. Total.
That's
Total.
So that's still 210 pounds of coins each.
I want to do magic awareness before we leave the cave to make sure we didn't miss anything.
Magic awareness. You do not sense anything outside of what you have obtained.
Okay. I think we're good then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Leave the cave. As this
I've-
probably took 45 minutes to an hour to collect all of this and investigate and walk down and be scared of all the stuff. As you do it, things are melting around you.